Alright guys, welcome to the video. So we're on my old account, we're going to be playing the T49. I did a session in both the T49 and the T95 last night, but I was so tired and the sessions were so bad that I just decided to re-record them tonight. Now what we're going to do is if we die early in the T49 or the T95, meaning if the game is going to go on for a little while, we're just going to go and play the CGC. As a bonus for you guys, I'm going to play Tier 10 Arta. And yeah, we will do that, right? So this is my old account. I don't have a lot of tanks on this account. My main reason for making my second account, like everyone wants to call it a reroll, but mostly it was to be able to make it strictly for light tanks, and so that I can keep the tanks as I went up, so that when I did stream, because eventually I got into streaming, I can take tank requests and all that. Because I've kind of changed how I play on that account now, I started removing a lot of the tanks that I've played now, right? Because I don't think I'm ever going to go back to streaming. So I did start removing a lot of tanks, and now Whirls has just become like really the only account I play. I went back to this account a few times, and now, I mean, I haven't been on this account in like well over a year again. So we're back on it. I wanted to give you guys a session in something different. We did play the TS54, which you will see before this session, and also the Waffle Panzer, but I wanted to play the T95 and the T49. So we're going to play the T49. It is a light tank, but I want to play it with the 152, because when you play it with the 152, it basically becomes a mobile artillery tank, kind of. The only difference is if you hit tracks with the HE, like that's the only thing that sucks about this tank now, is if you hit someone in a track, you do no damage with the HE anymore, which I just find to be really stupid. I don't like the way they nerfed HE like that, but it is the case, right? So what we're going to do, I don't have any of the field modifications on these vehicles, but my crews are pretty stacked because, again, this was my only other account, right? So we have a lot of battles in the T49, in the T95. These are the tanks that I kept because I like them so much. We did one mark this thing. We're at like 80%, so that's not awful. We could eventually probably two-mark this thing even with the Derp gun on it. When I play it on my Whirls account, now my main account, I'm probably going to go up to two-marking it with the standard gun, and then I will give you guys some sessions in it, probably with the 152 on it as well. Because the 152 is still just fun. It's not the competitive gun, but it is fun as heck to play, and I'm pretty sure the Sheridan has the same gun. I don't think the Sheridan gets a buff to the gun at all. Isn't it the exact same thing? 152 millimeter gun launcher. Yeah, it looks like it's exactly the same thing, maybe just slightly better DPM than on the T49, right? Yeah, I mean, that's all I'm seeing. Maybe the dispersion is a little bit better as well. Yeah, it's got a little bit better dispersion and all. But yeah, like the damage and pen is pretty much all the same. Aiming time maybe a little bit better too. Yeah, it's got a little bit better aiming time, a little bit better dispersion, a little bit better DPM. Other than that, nothing has changed, right? So I feel like it's worth it to run it on the T49. Definitely not the Sheridan. I think with the Sheridan, you just have to play it with the other gun, because this is another thing. On the Sheridan, this gun actually has really good DPM and also like damage per shot overall compared to the other light tanks. I noticed that because I actually have a page now on my tablet where you can compare all 6 light tanks. So I was like doing that while I was at work. I was looking on my tablet. But anyway, guys, T49, I don't want to keep going on and on. Here's the crew. Full Brothers in Arms, situational awareness, recon. What else do we have here? Snapshot, smooth ride, full concealment. Yeah. Repairs, a little bit of firefighting, intuition, etc., etc. The only thing I would probably change on here is maybe put like intuition on one of these instead of like repairs or whatever, but I have what I have. And we are going to run it with CVS in the scouting slot, standard low noise exhaust, and I had enough bonds to get 2 improved ventilation. So I'm running 1 on here, and I will also run it on the T95. Normally I would put survivability on this thing, not survivability, the survivability slot, which would be standard improved hardening. But I find that with the improved ventilation plus this, you're getting an extra 10% to crew skills. I think it's worth it, so we will run it like that. But now that I'm fresh, guys, like I was just way too tired when I recorded these sessions, so I want to redo them. We're going to pop boosters and all because I don't want to like lose too much coin. So we'll pop all these boosters, and we are getting premium because I logged back in after like over a year, right? And Wargaming just gives you free shit when you log back in. So we're going to do that, and I think I might even just run this with the Vent Purge as well. Might as well, like we hardly ever play on this account, and that's getting us 485 U range. So you don't even need to run optics on this thing. We almost have 40% concealment. The gun stats, I'm not even going to go over because it's the derp gun, right? You're looking for the one-shot hit, and that's it. So we're going to play this tank, guys. I have no idea how this session is going to go, honestly, because this tank requires you, when you play it with the derp gun, you have to play it extremely carefully, right? You have to really like pick your battles, because if you miss a shot or you hit someone and you don't do enough damage to kill them, you're kind of in trouble, right? And it's almost like you don't even want to get these types of maps, right? We end up with Malinovka, but like I don't even really want this map necessarily, because you almost want to have like closer brawling maps, kind of, in a way, right? So for some reason, the Mark of Excellence mod also is not working. So there was just an update tonight. Last night, I reinstalled XVM and also Aslane's mod pack, and it was working last night for a few games and then just stopped working. So I don't know what happened with that, but something weird. So you guys can't really see the current Mark of Excellence, but at least, you know, we have the XVM on, and I just like XVM. And again, it's not even, like, you can, what the heck is this thing? Mile? Is this like a reskinned Orisk? That's kind of what it looks like to me. But basically, guys, like, I like XVM because it just brightens up the map, and it's like, it's more like almost like the heads-up display or like user interface or whatever that comes with it that I really, really like, right? Like, we can see how good players are, like, I do like that, but by the way, we're just going to, oh, okay, Borsk. Didn't really expect that. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, this guy's actually going to try and poke, so I have to stay here, I think, now. Yeah, this is what I mean about this tank, man. Like, getting hit right in the turret, and now we're going to get hit by this 590. I don't like this at all, dude. I'm going to try and run away from here. This is why I don't like going up to the hill. I was about to keep going and take that position, right, in this pocket over here. But once I see the Borisk, it's like, I don't want to get hit by the Borisk. And you get there, and it's like, I'm telling you guys, every time I get here, regardless of what side I get on, I feel like I'm outplayed, but I feel like it's worse from this spawn, right? I really, really believe it. And now it's like, where the heck do we go from here? You know what I mean? Because, like, we don't even have this side of the map either. Like, we have no map. So now I have to figure out what I want to do here. But I was going to say, I feel like if it's me and any other tank there, the person on the other side has the advantage. Because it's just the way the angles are. Like, I feel like you can get hit so much easier from this side, and they have kind of like a rock there and trees. And though you kind of have something similar here, the angles just are different. They're just different angles, man. And like I always tell you guys, wargaming does not make the maps equal on both sides. And I really, really, really feel like, it's just, maybe this is just my opinion, that kind of like on Muravanka, that middle ridgeline on Muravanka, it's kind of the same thing. Like, one side kind of has an advantage on the shots compared to the other. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just the way I feel about it. But I think we'll sit here for now. Hopefully we can get some spotting out of this. Maybe I'll knock this tree. Can I get away with this? Do something like this and just kind of hold this side of the map, right? We can spot the base for now, because I don't know what else to do with this. We get outplayed by the Borisk. We did get a little bit of spotting, but I'm not going to sit there and get wrecked. We got hit in the face by the GW Tiger because Artie always hits me. Everyone's always telling me, like, yeah, Whirls, well, Artie isn't accurate, but apparently I have a freaking Artie magnet on my tank every game, and they always hit me, like, point-blank range, or point-blank, right? Whatever you want to call it, man. Like, they hit me right in the tank every single time. So, I feel like I'm getting blind-fired here, too. Maybe knocking this tree wasn't the best idea. But I think this is decent for now, man. What happened to our tier 8 light tank? Are you spotting the 263? Because Because they haven't even. What's our tier 8 light tank? M41. Yeah, he died pretty fast. Yes. Okay, now that they've won the hill, I think we can return to that location. We'll try and get a little aggressive, but it's going to be risky because I'm now a one-shot probably to some tanks on the map. They also have a lightweight, which I haven't even seen yet. So, like, where's the lightweight? And I think if we try and go low, this is going to be a real issue, man, with this tank. Because if we try and go low, I think we'll get spotted. Because they kind of have this whole field area. So I don't want to go low. E5 running through the mid here would tell me that it's very, very likely we can run up here and get in this ditch just fine. So I'm going to try it. I think we'll be okay here. I think we'll be fine. Just worried about the 263 over here. I hope this guy doesn't look over this way. Because I think he's still over there, but he might be out of render. Don't get me spotted. Don't get me spotted, man, please. Okay. Okay, 263 did come back. Good. Where's that RHM? Because I kind of forgot about him until we got here, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. That's it. Sit right in front of my shot, man.
Withdraw from that position.
Fucking. I definitely could have taken that shot if this idiot didn't get right in the way of my shot, man. Like, that potentially could have been a slam dunk shot with an HE shell. But it's fine, man. See, this is like... I want a game where I can actually hit something with the damn rocket launcher, basically. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a map that's... It's like, just not... And it's a slaughter, too, man. You know? Like, we didn't even have to do anything here. I hate this matchmaking nowadays, man. It's just so brutal. Let's see if we can at least get a penning shot in the lightweight, who's probably sitting over in this corner. Yeah, I'm spotted. He's probably right here. If I had to guess, I think he's probably like in here. Okay, no, he's over here. No. Oh, okay, he's there. I thought maybe he was like here, and they just didn't get close enough. What a shit game, dude. Like, I can't... Like, this matchmaking, man. Imagine getting Malinovka and we don't even do anything. I mean, we kind of countered the Boris at first. Then I want to conserve my HP, so I just went to cover the base. We kind of outspotted the object, but that was it, man. And then, like, the whole team pushes in and they don't even need me. It's like... This matchmaking, man. It's just like... This is why I tell you guys, like... I swear to you, only like 1 in every 10 games can you actually truly make a difference in the outcome of the game. Especially in a light tank, I feel like it's even more than that. Like, when I play a heavy tank... And I was telling you guys this in the TS54 session. I genuinely believe that if I got really good at heavies, that I would be able to have a higher win rate than I do if I were at the same skill level with lights, because I just feel like there's so many maps that are based on brawling and damage rather than spotting. Like Prokhorovka, Malinovka, kind of. This map, kind of. Like there are some maps where I think you can make a difference with spotting, but I think a lot of them, it's easier to make a difference if you're a good like heavy tank player or like assault tank destroyer player, like someone who's going to brawl and you can win one side of the map. I feel like it makes such a much bigger difference, right, in the actual game. So, in getting a win, right, or being so bad that you cause a loss of that side of the map, and then you lose. So, like, I really believe it, guys. I just feel like you have to be like an extreme Unicum player if you're going to hold like even a 60% win rate in light tanks, because I just feel like you can't make that much of a difference. You know, usually you don't have the firepower and stuff, and you don't have the armor and stuff to use. So, I'm spotted here. I'm gonna assume it's the Hawk 30, maybe like in here or something. That's what I'm gonna think. That's what I'm gonna go with. Or that's what I'm thinking, and that's what I'm gonna go with. I could load a heat shell here for the side of one of these people, but I think I'm just going to fling an HE. What's the shell velocity on this? 683. That's actually not terrible. The T100 LT has some of the slowest HE shells that I've ever seen in my life. They're like 350 or something like that, meters a second. I think this is a loss, man. They've taken hills so fast. I think they sent everyone over there. I don't see anyone that I think would actually come this direction now, except maybe the AMX. Maybe the Tiger 2. Those are like the only two left. I think our IS-7 would have done a lot better to go down here. I don't know if this is the right play for him. Alright, we got to get something out of this. Where can I go? Maybe try and spot the hill here or something. What are these games, man? Like, I'm telling you guys, I'm going to get into shit games again. I want to give you guys a fun session where we actually, like, flank someone and and like, hit them in the butt of the tank for, like, 950. Like, we're just not going to get those games, it doesn't look like. And this is why you really want to run... This is not the competitive gun, right? You always want to run, in my opinion, like the 105 or whatever it is, because it's just... It's not competitive, man. Like, you're trying to play this thing, and it's like, there's just nothing you can do in these situations. Try and spank this Skoda. Go, 271. You could load the heats, but it's like, I'd rather just keep the HEs loaded, because with the heats, they're so trollish, man. Like, if you just hit a weird part of the tank with only 152 millimeters of pen, forget it, man, you know? That's where this tank is paying off. You see that, man? When you get a light tank, like, your job is to counter enemy lights. That's what you can do with this tank, man. Is counter enemy lights hardcore, because you have the firepower to do it. You just can't necessarily one-shot them. But, like, we just deleted that guy off the map, practically. Okay. Now we go this way. We want to still get something out of this. So I'm thinking we come up and around. Maybe we come through here like so. Just try and spot these guys as they come in for like the IS-7 and maybe Leo and Sue. Like, I just want to kind of put myself in the action just enough where we can get like maybe one more shot, but actually do some spotting as well out of it. It's like right here maybe. hit this guy. Run. Kind of draw him out. I'm thinking the Sioux should be able to hit this guy. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm just going to get punished. Help. Okay, someone hits him. Good. Can I take one more from this guy? I don't think so, actually. Okay, whatever, man. It's like, thanks a lot, man. Like, whatever you guys can do. You know, if you can at least try. I mean, that would be nice. At least the type was nice enough. The Sioux's camping it out. I mean, I can't really blame these guys. The whole map was just gone. Like, we got slaughtered, dude, right? So we slaughtered them in the first game. They slaughtered us in the second game. I didn't have to do anything in the first game. So at least this game we got something out of it, man. But, like, I'm telling you, like, this... You have to find tanks that you can penetrate with this gun in order to keep your combined score up, right? Because you can still spot all the same, but, like, you can hit a heavy tank with this gun and only do like 150, you know, so it's like, and then you have like a freaking 20-second reload. So I think what they should do with that gun, with the 152, is make the pen on the gold rounds like 1 something, like even if it had the Hawk 30 penetration like 102, because it's only like 80 something millimeters of pen. Just like, why would you even bother running this gun, you know? Like, I feel like there's no incentive, I think is the word I'm looking for, to run this gun over the other one. Because the pen is, like, you're really only going to pen, like, enemy light tanks and stuff like that. And, like, Gorilla, Scorpion, like, things you would normally shoot HE at. It's just not, it's not enough to really go, okay, I can make like 110 millimeters of pen work. No, it's freaking like 89 or something like that. Yeah, 85. It's 85 millimeters of pen. So it's like, you know, like what are you going to pen? You got to get the sides of people. And then even then, like it's not enough, right? So if they made it, and again, you have 152 on the golds, which are heat. Actually, these are both the gold rounds. So on the heat, like 152, like, okay, man, 152, you can kind of make that work. I mean, kind of. I think they should make it a little more than that, even still, because 152 is like, if you encounter anything with armor, you're still not really going to be able to pen it with that, but at least it's something you can switch over to, right? I'll let the even spot. Hopefully we can smack the LT432, maybe. But yeah, if you encounter stuff with any kind of armor at all, like, for instance, the Nomad doesn't really have much armor at all, right? But even if I hit this guy, like, kind of on the side of the turret or something, like as he's turning the turret, it still might not pen with 85 millimeters of pen. You guys know what I'm saying? Whereas with the Hawk 30, with that extra, like, 18 millimeters of penetration or 17 millimeters of penetration, it'll just go right through, right? And you'll be fine. So, yeah, I saw that. Lightweight. Aiming. Right there. 237. Got all the spotting, too. Brilliant. That's why we run CVS. Okay. LT432 is here. Interesting play. Okay, he's gone. Now we're Gucci gang, man. We are Gucci here. We are Gucci. I'm thinking I'm going to take the mid at this point. Did our even die? He did. The LT432 actually YOLO'd him. Both lights are dead. Correct. They only had 2. They still have a Borisk. I'm going to get aggressive. That lightweight, I don't know why that guy made that play. It was kind of a weird play, man. Not the smartest of locations, I think. Brilliant, brilliant. We're going to go right here. Just kind of spot check it real quick. Nobody should really be here. Sit right here for now. Until we see what happens. If I were in a tank like the Even, I would be here. And is it this bush, actually? Where you can spot the crossing. As long as you get at least one tank destroyer here, I find it to be worth it every time. You give the team a lot of information, too, on who's going south. So I prefer to do that. Alright, so first game was garbage, guys. Second game was, we'll call it good, based on what happened. We got one shot into the Hawk 30, and one shot into, like, the Skoda. So it was pretty good, man. No, I'm not doing that. Not yet. There's still a UDES and a WZ-111. I'm not going there. Alright, if you're going to do it, then I'll do it with you. is why I don't do it. I'm telling you, man, I don't know why I listen to other people. Like, this is a support tank. It's going to be really challenging to do anything with this. If someone was here, we'd be getting whacked right now, by the way. Luckily, no one's in that little bush. Can we kind of poke up and hit this guy? Yeah, this gun is... It's not made for this, man. No, it's really not. Like, doing these little pokes and stuff, you got to fully aim the shot or just, like, run right into people and shoot them. So... Okay, we found the rest of the team, though. I'd love to hit this Lorraine, because we can actually kind of pen the Lorraine. I'm trying to see if I can get up here unlit. I don't think I can. What was that? I don't like this at all, man. I feel like I'm gonna get outplayed here. I'm not liking this at all, if I'm being honest with you guys. .442. It'd be nice if these guys can push up, maybe. Like, all these guys, look at them, man. They're all just sitting here, like, the whole team is here, behind the rocks. Behind this huge rock formation. So... I'm expecting this Borisk to come after me, and if he does, I'm going to, like, ram him and hit him with a HE shell. Can't proxy this Borisk, can I? Does he even know I'm here? That guy did not look on his map. I thought he saw me there. Okay, Udez is here. I'll take one from this guy. It's fine. The question now is, like, does T55A come after me? Because you invite... This is what you invite trouble, man. This is what I mean, man. You invite trouble, man, and then I go to shoot the Borisk, and, like, you can't even... You go to hit someone's track... You go to hit someone, right? And then you hit them in a track, and you don't do any damage with the HE shell. That's the problem with this gun, man. Point-blank range, you can't even clean someone up, man. Like, we were literally freaking 10 feet away from the Borisk, and we hit him. We aimed right at the middle of the tank, and it hits the track. And that's the problem with this thing, man. That's why it's never going to be competitive with the HE... update and HE nerf, because you can't hit someone literally 10 fucking feet in front of you with it. The Borisk, like, we can hit anywhere on this guy's tank where it can penetrate, and we would easily do 110 and he'd be done. And then we can wiggle around the Udez. Once the Udez came around, it's like, that was it, man. And then he tracked me too. So what I would have done is ram him too, even if that missed, but then he tracked me. And it's like, oh, now I have no speed to ram him either. So... I'm telling you, you invite trouble, too, when you come down here. It's not a play I really wanted to make, but it's what I found myself doing because everyone else was so stagnant that I wanted to get involved here. We spotted the Borisk, we spotted the Udez, and these guys were still fighting the Conqueror and the STRV, and there's just no support, man. So you don't want to, as a light tank player, you don't want to put yourself where you don't have support anyway. I put myself in this situation to try and counter the Borisk. We got no help from it, and it is what it is, man. And this is why I will also tell you guys, like, don't ever trust your teammates and always play for yourself, man. Like, it sounds really greedy, but it's honestly the truth, guys. Like, you absolutely cannot play for the team if the team is not going to play for you, right? Remember that line. You cannot play for the team if the team is not going to play for you. So, and that's especially true at lower tiers. Protect yourself, right? And we just didn't do that here, man. We got a little greedy. We went after the Borisk. I'm inviting trouble. I'm kind of waiting there for the Borisk. We could have ran, right? We could have ran, but then maybe the T55A was going to press into me. Like, who knows what could have happened, man? Because I was thinking about running, but I'm like, all right, if the Borisk YOLOs me, I want to be able to clean this guy up. And we just can't do that, right? We literally shot him point blank, and it didn't pen. It's just, like, bullshit, bro. It's just so much bullshit. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, you know? Logically, why that wouldn't do 110 damage when it hits the track. I just think that's the stupidest nerf they've ever done in this game. Honestly. Like, they could have still kind of nerfed it, but, like, if you hit someone in the track with a 152mm and they have no armor, it's gotta do, like, as if it already splashed you, right? Like, at least give me that 110 damage to clean someone up, right? That's just my opinion. We'll play one more, guys, and then I'm going to give you the T95 session, but yeah, it's just, like, I hate that, man. That's why playing with the 152 on the T49 and the Sheridan is just, it's never going to be competitive. You might have used to be able to do it, again, before the HE nerf, but not anymore, man. You just can't. So, but again, this game wasn't bad, man. The first game killed us. I definitely think we could have done more in the first game. The Borisk countering me there is just unfortunate, and I remember a long time ago posting a video saying, you know, I used this bush, right, on Malinovka, and there was this guy that came in the chat, or the comment section, he's like, well, I 3-mark light tanks, Whirls, and you should try using that bush, the one we went to, because you're able to spot people so much better. And I explained to him, dude, I get countered there, and you can't always use that bush. I'm telling you, like, it doesn't always work. And there you go. Like, you just saw why I'm not a fan of going to that bush line, because usually that's what happens when I go there. You end up getting countered. So you have to kind of learn, like, what's going to work and what's not going to work based on where you think the light tanks are going to go and if people give you information. A previous game I played in the T49, 2 light tanks were on each team. Both of them got spotted in the field, so okay, easy. Now we can take the hill, right? And that's a 2 + 2 = 4, right? Okay, these 2 light tanks are here. That means they're not going to be up here. I can now make this play. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. Again, the first game really brought us down, unfortunately. And I think we could have played it much better. Once I got hit twice, I was very passive about it, you know. Maybe instead we rushed the Borisk, but you just don't have the DPM to fight yourself out of any kind of situation like that, right? So maybe it would have been smarter to just rush this guy, hit him once, and keep going into the ditch. I mean, we could have done that, but it's like you also have to realize you're spotted right away now. So it's like, do you kind of keep going, or... Like, I always find it's better to run away. That's what I find to be better, because it's you know, you're putting yourself at a higher chance to stay alive. That's what I'm going to do, right? So, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is, guys. Like, you can't. And the thing is, with this tank, it's really big too. Like, if we got there with the T100 LT or something like that, maybe we wouldn't have had as much of a problem, and that whatever that tank was that hit me from up top, maybe it wouldn't be an issue, because, like, the T100 LT has a really low profile. So it can also depend on the tank as well, right? But I mean, I can go on and on about even just one play in any game, right, guys? And I think I'll just end with, hindsight's always 20/20. You know, you can replay the game in your head and go, oh, I could have just done this, or I could have just done that. But clearly the team didn't need my help, because we absolutely slaughtered them 15-2. I couldn't even get in there in time to do any damage, so... Okay. Going up right here. Just want to see, they have a 1390 before I poke this. There's a ship barn somewhere back there. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Good. A good arty player. Good, good, good. Should have the concealment to do something like this. Yeah, poke it like right here. This is what I do, like as soon as I spot people, I like to come back, and then I'll come back to here and just poke and try and get the spotting for people that sit like right here. Like this Waffle Panzer, if I was in the Waffle Panzer, this is exactly what I'd be doing. I'd be sitting in this exact same location waiting for shots because I want to go to the south and win the south. I feel like the south is the most important for winning Sand River IMO. So I like to go to the south. Ship barn, ship barn, ship barn. It's not even my spotting. Okay, I'm gonna come up to where the K91 is, see if we can make another poke real quick. Okay, it's 140. Just do something like this real quick, maybe. Get a little bit of that spotting. We have really good arty players, man. Look at this. We got good arty players, man, right now. I like this. I like it a lot. Making sure their arty players do not target me here. We have fantastic arty players, man. Good, good, good. Good. Brilliant, man. Okay, I think we can push this KPZ. I think it's the right play. They eliminated the ship barn. Sorry for the mic noise, guys. I'm just adjusting real quick. Make a pass right here real quick. If we died right now, at least it still shows you guys why it's so important to scout this portion of the map, man. Or rather, to win this portion of the map so that you can scout it, like so, right? Because we can just continuously poke this now. Okay, kind of baiting the shot from the Yag Tiger, unless he was shooting at the Waffle or something else. So I don't think I was actually spotted. We just keep poking. Relight the 140. He'll probably spot me, but we relit him. And you're able to give the team so much information here, you know? Okay, 93 into the 140. You see what I mean, man? It's like, you just can't do anything with this gun to anyone that has armor, so... Okay, we're going to get unspotted, and I'm going to continue moving in with the team. We want to be with the team. Just the 140 is kind of annoying here. I like the E100. Just kind of going to stay away from these guys a little bit. We can light like this 268 from here and stuff. KPZ. Good, good, good. Get behind cover. It's just too situational, guys, is what I'm going to finally close with on this gun. I think that's the best word I can put to this thing. It's just way too situational. There are some situations where you could, within the first minute of the game, spank 2 enemy light tanks for like 1900 total damage, and you're having a blast, you know? Can this guy stop drawing on me? Please spot mid. The whole fucking team is being spotted, dude. Like, what do you want me to do? Spot the 1390. Go out there and kill yourself to spot the 1390, T49. WTF.
Enemy hit.
I think we can hit this guy for 15 damage. What do you guys think? Maybe not. I'm telling you, this fucking gun, dude, is just so unreliable. Thank you, Artie. Oh my god. Reliable Artie, man. Like, what in the world is going on in this game? We actually have reliable Artie. I cannot believe it. I don't think we can even pen the E100 anywhere with a heat shell. Okay, good. There's the Artie. Where's this 1390? Where did this 1390 go, man? Because that's what I really want to hit. Okay, 1390 went out there. We're going to go after the Arties, or like the Waffle or something at this point. I just want a shot, man. Ugh, I want a shot on someone here. We can't even pen the E100, actually. Like, this gun, dude. I'm telling you, this thing is just never going to be competitive, guys. I hate to say it. It's really fun in some situations, but... Keep in mind, we also don't... I didn't mention this. We don't have a gun handling... setup, right? So keep that in mind. Like, dude, you can't. I'm telling you, man. Like, that shot went literally like around this guy's turret, right?
We fixed the track. Track fixed. Let's roll.
Gonna resort to ramming this guy because, like, I can't hit anything, dude. I can't hit anything. Yes, we actually hit something. We hit a shot. 669 damage, 4,000 assist, guys, and we're going to end here. And this is just why this gun is never going to be competitive, guys. If you want to have fun in it and have a blast in spanking people for 9-10, when the chance actually occurs, you know, and you actually do hit the shot, you can actually hit the shot, then 100% play with this gun. But again, you got to get, like, for the shot on the Waffle Panzer, we should have just literally rammed into him and shot. Like, I'm telling you, that's how bad this gun is. It's not KV2. It's like worse than KV2. You cannot hit anything with this gun unless you were on top of people. And run a gun setup as well, you know. If we had like a dual setup, but see, the thing on Sand River is like, I'm gonna run this, the scouting setup. We'll apply this. We still played the tank okay. It's just like, it's gonna be so hit or miss with damage, right, guys? And after 4 battles, 875 damage, 1713 assist. We actually ended with a 5k WTR and 9574 total WTR, which I'm happy with. Despite the way this session went, it's just like, this thing is too trollish, man, the gun. So if you want to be competitive, run the 90mm, guys. It's the 90mm. I said like 105 or something. Run the 90mm, and you will be much better off, right, than with the 152. But again, sometimes if you get a Hawk 30, like, that just pokes up and you have a perfect side shot on him, and you can hit him for 910 in the face, it's fun. So anyway, I thought it'd be something different for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this session. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care. It's going to be the T95, by the way. See you for that one. Bye-bye.